Hi, and welcome to a demonstration of DataHat AI's Analyst agent, where we are enabling impactful, responsible artificial intelligence. So, who are we? DataHat is a group of generative AI and agentic AI visionaries from across Silicon Valley, India, and the UK. We are cost effective both onshore and offshore. We are building AI agents, we're building RAG, we're experts in all of these. And we've been using Claude, DeepSeek, OpenAI, and a bunch of other agents as needed, LLMs as needed. We are data and AI specialists. We are focused on responsible AI. Who am I? I am KK. I'm the founder and chief hat. I have been a chief data officer at Haleon, OneFootball, Farfetch, and have run the data teams at Ericsson in Silicon Valley and Zalando in Germany. I'm well recognized across the industry, won the awards, got the t shirt. I've really got behind me more than 20 years of experience in the data analytics and AI space. I have also built multiple startups, raised a lot of money, led some acquisitions, and been a sponsor on the other sides. You can always reach me at kk@datahat.com. You know what generative AI is, but what's agentic AI? Agentic AI, everybody's talking about it today. Well, it's when you give the ability to take decisions, the ability to have autonomy while combining it with natural language inputs, possibly, and with human in the loop. To the artificial intelligence so that it can actually do things by itself. It is an advanced form of AI and it can understand tasks end to end. So, what do? We take agentic AI and generative AI and think of us like a retrieval augmented generation, a RAG that is run by an agent. So, we combine the natural language understanding, the autonomy that an agent has, the ability to take reasoning with different models, and then workflow optimization as well as improving things and connecting with data. Our big claim to fame is that we actually create a cognitive repository. What that means is we work with the data that you already have, the data lake, warehouse, etc. We pull it through your Access APIs. We create metadata. We create metadata on a meta knowledge graph. We, of course, store stuff in vector databases and SQL databases, but the reality is we are looking for the relationships. We're looking for relationships over time, connections. We're looking at how big the connections are. Is it a correlation? Is it a causation? We understand all of those, and then we give it to a business agent. So, what does the agent actually look like today? Remember, this is always changing. This may or may not be exactly the way you'll see it. Here's one example of a sales analyst agent. This agent is designed to improve the sales and marketing operations team. It picks up the data, builds that knowledge base we talked about, extracts the properties, and gives you answers based on that. How do you get into it? There's a simple login and authentication built into it. You've got a flow where you've got, if you look on the right hand side, you've actually got the this is the Copilot area. If you can follow my cursor, this is the Copilot area. You can ask your questions, etc. This is where the results are shown. This example has files that you can upload. You've got agents running at the bottom, query breakdown, and analyst agent. The examples in this data set, the data sets in this example are based on customer data, online data, offline data, and sales data for 23 and 24. The data looks like you would expect it to. So the online marketing data has what source is this, push notifications, emails, Instagram, Bing, etc., etc. The offline data has data about trade shows, product launches, etc. And then you've got sales data for 2023 and 2024, as well as some synthetic data for customer related stuff. This is private information, PII, and therefore this is. So this is how the system actually looks like. You've got the question here, and I'm going to ask the question. The question could be very simple or complex. You can say things like, hey, today is the 1st of January 2025. I want to increase my sales by 4%. Go find which data sets will tell me what I need to do, and tell me what the minimum necessary amount is that I need to invest, and where do I need to invest it in order to get that 4% in the next month to invest this. What's actually happening behind the scenes is that we are breaking this down. We're going to the Wisdom Hub. We are looking at the question itself. We're finding the right data sets, understanding the data, and taking the steps that are needed in order to create that SQL and to actually execute it. And then we come back to the human. There's always a human in the loop. What does this actually look like? So I have broken this down so that you can actually see the work that's happening behind the scenes. There is a query breakdown happening. And as you can see, there's a text to SQL, etc. happening, lots of JSON being created. But the summary of what it actually does then is it's going to come back. This is now the query breakdown agent that we were talking about earlier, which is telling us, here's what the premise was that you gave me. Here are the queries that I broke it down into. These are the steps that I'm going to take. If you don't agree with it, let me know. And then the next thing it's going to do is it's going to go find the data sets amongst the hundreds of data sets that you might already have. It's going to find the ones that actually make sense for this question to be answered. And then it goes and actually does that question, summarizes the answer, and then says, this is how you should be spending your money. Now, remember, in all of this, this is now with human in the loop, so you can go back again and ask the human again as to maybe I don't want to just do online advertising, since the answers it has given are all online. How about if I could go into a event and actually show the event? So those would be the things that you'd be able to do. So as a summary, our product finds affinities with the right data, brings that data in. This is beyond RAG. We actually understand a higher order knowledge graph and higher order vector embeddings. And then we solve the questions that are there. It's a very specialized Gen AI brain for your enterprise problems. Thank you for time. This is Data Hat AI. This is KK signing off.